everyone. Thank you so much for coming to USSA 2020 live draw. We appreciate all of you being here today. We've got 25 members in the institution, and that will be doing a draw for today. And you know, while I was thinking about it, I'm actually thinking that today we'll actually be playing the finals at the USSA. So it is quite a good day that we're having this draw. So thank you so much for coming, and to all the members online also we welcome you, and we apologize for the delay. You know, it wasn't our own doing, but the technical treasures. But yeah, we say thank you so much and hope you enjoy the draw, and it will be fair for all of you. And at least now you've got at least 4 months to know who you'll be playing against. So we've got enough time to prepare. And thank you again to my team, Clement, Takalani and Ian, for all the hard work that you guys are doing and all the support as well that we're receiving from our member institution. I would like to hand over now to Clement to continue with the draw. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Good afternoon, everyone. Once again, apologies for the delay due to technical and electrical issues. We're gonna go into the process of the draw. We don't want to waste too much time on that, into explaining where we are right now, what we're gonna be doing. But before I continue there, I would like to maybe go around the room and also introduce our representatives. The biggest part for us, the most important part for us, is making sure that everybody understands that the process will be administered by representatives from institutions. So that will be managers, that will be technical officials, meaning coaches, as well as students. And that is the core group of basically the composition of USA, University Sports. So we're making sure that those people that are represented in those particular areas are administering the process for the draw. This will be the first time that University Sports for basketball are drawing 50 teams into their respective groups. The reason why we're doing that obviously is because we were not allowed to have seedings the previous year. COVID is also a contributing factor to that, but also this year we're not doing any qualifiers, provincial qualifiers. That means no team will be playing provincial qualifiers to be seeded into the top 16. We're allowing all teams. But having said that, it doesn't mean that the teams that have opted in, the 50 teams that have opted in to be part of the national championships, will have a free ride to the national championships. It still means that those teams, after the draw, they must still be active within the inter-university leagues and competitions at the lower levels that is due to be finished by the end of September. Now, if a team does not comply with that requirement, they will be disqualified and they will be taken out of the teams or out of their respective groups. But we're not here for that today. We're here to make sure that we are drawing the 50 teams within our respective groups so that we know who is there. Now, I will be starting from my right and introduce every single person. And then after that, we will continue with the draw. On my right, it is only correct to introduce our host, which is Elise Leroux. She's the sports manager for basketball, and she is our lovely host here at University of Johannesburg, and she will be hosting us up until the end of the draw. As you can see, there's a lot of UJ branding. One of the reasons for that is because they are the host, so we want to give them the mileage that they deserve for giving us their platform and giving us their infrastructure and facilities to run the draw itself. On her right, it's Maria from University of Pretoria. We have Alika Mayakor, if I'm correct. One of the students, she will be one of the 3 moderators who will be the students. The students will be serving as moderators to oversee the process, and they have the option. They may file a complaint if they see that anything does not happen according to how it's supposed to be. And next to Alika, we have one of the students from Tux.
Lynette.
She is Lynette. She's one of the students that I will be representing University of Pretoria. And now moving across the room to my left, Everybody knows our chairperson, Ma'am Sibongile Mashonganye. And then next to her we have Ntembo, who is the sports administrator at Wits University. Then we have on his left, on his right, we have Sarah Koza, who is the administrator at Val University of Technology. On our right, our newcomers, our rookies, newbies, whatever you want to call them, we are happy to welcome in our midst from the independent institutions of education, Varsity College. You are very welcome here today. Andrew will also be part of one of the representatives who will be administering the process here. Then on my far right, his first name is Champ, his second name is Championship. Just came recently from Kenya. Our coach, Coach Mandla Gema, the men's coach at University of Johannesburg. He'll be one of the representatives who will be part of the process as well. And then on his right, we have Seshupo from Tshwane University of Technology, also one of the representatives. And then we have Tatenda to the right of Seshupo, Tatenda, who is one of the students at Northwest University Val at the Val campus. That is our members that are part of the draw. And now I also want to introduce our interns. They will not be part of the draw, but they will be helping us to facilitate the capturing as well as the placing of the teams. I have Ria on my right here, who's one of the interns. And then in the corner there, we have Olga. I'm not so sure if the camera will get her, but she's one of the people, if I can put it like this, who will be working behind the scenes. So I'm not going to waste any time further. I'm going to go into the first process, the start of the process. The process is broken down into three processes. Number one is display, number two is the draw, and number three it is making sure that we're placing and verifying all the draw, the teams that are drawn into the different groups.
It's not in the meeting.
Okay. I will ask that I'm given at least 30 seconds to 1 minute so that we can make sure that we calibrate all the technicalities. So wherever you are, take about 2 seconds, 3 seconds, stretch your legs. I know you've been stretching your legs the whole time. Take about 2 seconds and then we will just sort out the technical difficulties so that everybody can be on the platform. Thank you very much.
I can't see. Oh, yeah.
Please ask Taki to make me host.
It's not a good shot, Carlos. Get me to the other person from the right. Carlos, I'm coming to you. Centralize. Stay there, Carlos. Coming to you now, Carlos. You're live. Nelson, please go to the board. Guys, I want you to relay this with ladies and gents in a short because if this call is delayed, it will be a problem. I'll leave this with the others. I'll leave this with this. Charlie, I'm Nelson. Can you zoom in straight into the G's? What was
Thank you. We are back and we will continue with explaining the process of the draw, and we will then move into ensuring that the draw, everybody understands where we have the draw. Everybody knows that we have 25 teams, so if you can see on the board, for those on the Zoom, you won't be able to see it now, but for those on the live stream, you'll be seeing on the board that we have our group A, our women's group, number 1, and we will start there, and after that we will continue to the men's group. For the women's, for each group, we have 4 groups. At each division we have 4 groups, Group A, Group B, Group C, Group D, and then for every group we have at least 7 and the possibility of 7 entries. Now the 7 entries mean that a team, a group, has the possibility of having a maximum of 7 teams within their group. So the lowest will be 6 teams and the highest will be 7 teams within their group. That means there will be 7 teams in the maximum to play against each other, and in the minimum there will be 6 teams playing against each other. Now the start of the process is, before we get into entering the groups, the teams in the groups, we will have to display first who are the teams that are in the entries. I am going to ask that one of my officials, from one of the representatives, to just display all the teams that we have in the different groups before we start with the draw. Now, starting first, we will show the groups for the women. That is the women's group. That is Group A. That is Group B and Group C. And that is Group D. That is the groups and the color coding that we will be working with for the ladies. The Provinces Bowl, we'll go to the Provinces Bowl. At the Provinces Bowl, that is Bowl P, we are having 6 entries, and the 6 entries at Bowl P are as follows. First one is Northwest University Potchefstroom from Northwest. The second entry is Solplaatje University from the Northern Cape. The third entry is University of Free State from the Free State. The fourth entry is Central University of Technology from the Free State. The fifth one is University of Limpopo from Limpopo. The sixth and last entry from the Provinces group will be University of Mpumalanga from Mpumalanga. That is the first bowl that we will be working from. The second bowl we will be working from for the ladies is Bowl K from KZN. They only have 4 entries, and the first entry is UniZulu from KZN, Durban University of Technology from KZN, Mangosuthu University of Technology from KZN, and last but not least, University of KwaZulu-Natal from KZN. Then our third bowl that we were working with will be Bowl W. That is the Western Cape Bowl. The first entry there of 4 is Stellenbosch University from the Western Cape. The second entry is University of Cape Town from the Western Cape. The third entry will be Cape Peninsula University of Technology from the Western Cape. Fourth entry will be University of the Western Cape from the Western Cape. I'll ask Elise to move around to the other side of the table. Our fourth group that has Bowl E on it will be from the Eastern Cape. Our first team, our first entry is Rhodes University from Eastern Cape. Our second entry is Nelson Mandela University from Eastern Cape. Our third entry is Walter Sisulu University from the Eastern Cape. And our fourth and final entry for the fourth bowl is University of Fort Hare from the Eastern Cape. Now our final entry, our final list of entries from the final bowl is from the Gauteng. That bowl has the most entries, which is 7 entries. They will also be part of the last and final draw process. Our first entry from Gauteng province is Tshwane University of Technology. Our second entry is University of Pretoria. Our third entry will be the University of the Witwatersrand. Our fourth entry will be the Independent Institute of Education, Varsity College. Our newbies, our fifth entry will be University of Johannesburg, our hosts for the draw. Our sixth entry is Northwest University, Vaal. And our seventh and final entry will be Vaal University of Technology. Those are the 25 entries that we will be drawing into the respective groups. Now the process, after the process of displaying, we are done with displaying to show which teams are in their respective groups. We will move forward now to the process where our representatives will be drawing the respective teams within the groups. Now, my job is done for now, and I will identify as we go along who the facilitator will be, and number two, who the drawer will be. The facilitator will explain the process, and the drawer will draw and display it on the screens, as well as handing it over to one of the interns who will be placing it in their respective groups as we go along. For the start of the process, I am going to ask it will only be right for our administrator, who is also the host of the tournament for this year in Gauteng at Wits University. I'm going to ask Ntembo to please welcome us, join us to be the facilitator of the process. Our member who will be drawing the teams will be none other than our host currently here at the draw, will be Elise Leroux. Thank you very much.
Thank you and welcome. So we have the groups that we are going to fold and put inside. Make sure that we fold it properly. And then the first draw will take from Baul P, which is a mix of provinces.
Carlos, you stay there on your shot.
Okay, so we will start with the groups. You can take up. It's Group B, and then from Power P, Northwest University Port. And now we go back to groups. Is Group D. And now back to Power P. So Plaki University. And now we go back to groups. Group A. And back to Power P. University of Mpumalanga. And now back to groups, which is Group C, and back to Power P. University of Limpopo. So now we will We will take back all the groups, fold them back. And now back to groups. Group B. University of the Free State. And now back to groups again. Group A. And now from about P. CUT. And now back to groups. Okay, so those are all the teams, and there are groups from Bowl P. Thank you.
Thank you, Wits. Thank you, UJ. We are going to move to our next bowl. And before I announce the next bowl, just to do a quick recap. So as you can see that there are still gaps for the second row, and the gaps mean that as we continue to fill the gaps, but keep on remembering that by the time we finish the draw, or when we nearing the end of the draw, we need to make sure that all teams have a maximum of 7, or all groups have a maximum of 7 teams, and a minimum of 6. So if a team reaches 7 teams in a group, then we will not be drawing in that group going further. Okay, thank you. Our next administrators, our next representatives for the next round of draw, I will call on none other than Andrew, who will be our facilitator. I will call Maria from UP to be our draw administrator. Please make sure that everything is where they're supposed to be. And then I will rotate our moderators. Tatenda. Yeah, now they will go outside now. Okay. Now Tatenda will be is doing his moderating job, so I will rotate him, and then I will ask Elika to be our next moderator. You may move away from this. So. Okay. At this stage, I'm giving over to Andrew. Andrew will be facilitating the process for the next bowl, which will be bowl K.
Okay, we can commence with drawing the groups. So from bowl K, we'll draw the groups. And we'll have group C. And we draw from bowl K. We have DUT, Durban University of Technology. Next group to be drawn. Group A. And from Bowl K, we will draw a team. And UKZN, University of KwaZulu-Natal. And the next group to be drawn that is Group D. Next team to be drawn from Bowl K. And it's UniZulu, University of Zululand. And final group to be drawn, sorry. Group B. And we'll draw once again from OK. And it's MUTKZN, Mangosuthu University of Technology. Apologies. I think that's all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you very much. You still fine there? Okay, in the hot seat. Our next facilitator will be Seshupo from TUT, together with our champ from UJ on the African continent. We will be our drawer. Thank you.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to be drawing from the Powell W, which is the Western Cape. We're going to first start by folding the institutions. And then from the Western Cape, we've got only 4 institutions. And then we're going to fold the groups. Right. Coach Mandla is shaking the bowel. Yeah, we can start by selecting the group. Group A is the first. And then we go to the Bowen. And from the Bowen we have SU, Stellenbosch University, Western Cape. And we go back to the groups. And our next group is Group G. And going back to the Powell W. And we got UWC, University of Western Cape Province. And we go back to the group. And our group is Group C. Going back to the Power W. That's UCT, University of Cape Town, from the Western Cape Province. And that's our last group. It shouldn't be obvious. Group B. Going to the Power W, last institution. CPUT, Cape Peninsula University of Technology, Western Cape. Thank you very much, Coach Mandla.
Thank you, Champ. Thank you, TT. We're going to move on to our fourth bowl, which is Bowl E, all the way from, we were there last year, Kabeja, our Eastern Cape Province. We have 4 entries there as well. I'm going to call on VUT to join me as a drawer, and I'm going to call on Elise again to be one of our members. We also do have to be the announcer. We also do have members online. I forgot to mention them and to introduce them. Online we have, that is part of the representatives. We have CUT, who is represented, that's Central University of Technology, who is represented by Mr. Leslie Klari. And then we also have Shalom from University of Cape Town. So they will be joining us as well as administrators and representatives throughout the whole process. Thank you. Over to you, Elise.
Thank you. We'll do Eastern Cape Bowl E now. I'll just give my bowl person some time to fold. Let's go. We'll do groups first.
See.
Group D. We'll go to the bowl E. The first team we have is NMU, Nelson Mandela University from the Eastern Cape. Back to groups. Our second group is C. And we're going to the bowl. We have Walter Sisulu University from the Eastern Cape. On to another group. Group A. Go to the team bowl E. Our third team is University of Fort Hare, Eastern Cape. And our last group selection is B. And on to our last team from the bowl. Rhodes University in the Eastern Cape. Thank you.
Thank you, Elise. Thank you, Sarah. Now the last one has 7 entries, and this one we'll have to administer very carefully. I'll explain, and I'll also assist with the process to make sure that when we need to stop at a certain point and not allow more entries in a particular group, then we'll stop at that particular point. I'm going to ask Maria to help facilitate the process, and I'm going to ask Ntembo to help with the showing of the group. Oh, okay, there was a late request. Yes, I can hear the late request. There's a swap has been requested. I'll ask Ntembo to assist again with the draw, with the announcing, and Maria will be doing the draw for us. Okay?
Okay, so we will start with the groups. We will be drawing teams from biology. So we'll start with the groups. Group D. From biology. Varsity College. Varsity College. And now for the groups. Group B. And now from biology. University of Johannesburg. And now for groups. Group C. And now biology. Northwest University, Val. And now group, the last group. Group A. And now from biology. Val University of Technology. And now we fold back our groups as we still have some more teams. Okay, and now for the groups again. Group B. And now biology. University of Pretoria. And now groups. Group C. Paul G. Wits University. And now groups. Group D. And now Paul G, which is the last team. Tshwane University of Technology. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. There was a little bit of shockwaves going through in the room, but I think we will survive. We're going to take a 5-minute break. We will keep, for those online, we will keep the draw results on the board for you to look through it. But we will cut the feed for about maximum 5 minutes, and then we'll be back. Thank you very much. Okay.
Are we on commercial now?
Yeah, we are selling the cool.
Our TUT, Liropile.
Take a photo.
Okay. Please, please check the area. Just keep time for me. So, anybody who has a chart. Now? Yes? Hmm? I didn't even see what group. Okay. 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 Welcome back, everybody. We're going to continue with the second round for the draw, and that is for the men. I would love to hear what some of the comments are for the draw. There was a serious shockwave going through the room on the finalization of the ladies. So I would really like to know some of those, but we're not here for that. We're moving on to the men. Alika, I would like to swap you, and then we will jump right into the process of identifying. I would like to find out online, is our representatives online? If they are available, just indicate either Leslie or Shalom. Going to ask again, I'm going to ask Andrew, and I'm going to ask Supo to join us here in front. Andrew was the facilitator the previous time, so you will be the draw. You'll do the draw for us, and we will have Supo facilitating for us. Thank you very much. That one is done. So now we're going to the male group, and we'll the groups for the male colors, and then we'll continue starting from bowl P. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. We're going to start with the Powell P. My colleague is still sorting out the main groups. Yeah, we're going to start. Group C. And then we go into the Powell, which is Powell P. And our first institution is Northwest University, Potchefstroom, Northwest Province. And we're going back to the groups. And our second group is Group B. Going back to the Powell. And our second institution is University of Limpopo. Going back to the Powell. And University of Free State. And our fourth group is Group D. And our fourth institution is University of Mpumalanga. And we are going to take back the groups because we've got 2 more left. We take all the groups inside. Right. Group B again. Back to the Bowel. CPU, Northern Cape, Soloplaki University. And our last group is Group D. Our last university is CUT, Free State, Central University of Technology. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. I'm going to have an all-ladies cast for the next round. I'm going to ask Maria to be our drawer, and I'm going to ask Sarah to be our presenter and facilitator for the next province, which is KZN. Thank you.
Okay, we're getting ready with the groups for Bal K, which is the KZN region. All right, are we ready? Okay, you can pick your groups. The first group chosen is Group A. The first team from KZN is DUT, Durban University of Technology. Next group is Group D. Okay. Team to be chosen. Uni Zulu, University of Zululand. The next group will be Group B. The team for Group B will be MUT, Mangosuthu University of Technology. Group C is the last group. And the final team to be in Group C is UKZN. Hopefully they'll win the USSAs this year. All right. Thank you.
Thank you for the mic, Sarah. I know you didn't want to give the mic back. Next time we'll make sure we fly the UKZN people down so that there can be a response after that. Yeah. Okay, so we'll move along. After our first 2 rounds, I'm going to change our moderators again. Tatinda, you were last, am I right? You were first? Okay, so Tatinda, you're going back. I'm sure the students love the thought of just knowing that they can moderate other people instead of having moderators moderating them. We're moving to our third group, which is from the Western Cape, and I am going to ask on Elise to join us together with Coach Mandla. That'll be an all UJ cast. I would love to see how this unfolds.
Put the groups in first, please, Coach Ella. And then the team's Western Cape, please. I feel like I need interlude music here. The awkward silence is killing. Sorry for the people on the other side hearing this now. Oh, this chipmunk voice on the mic. You happy, Coach La? Okay. We can start with the groups for the third bowl. First group is Group D. And we can go to the bowl W. And the first team we have selected is UWC, University of the Western Cape. And we can go back to the group. Group. And we have Group C. And we can go to the team. And the second team selected there is UCT, University of Cape Town. And we can go to groups. And the third group is A. And we can go to the bowl for the team. Other side. And we have CPUT, Cape Peninsula University of Technology. And we have the last group, B. in the last team. Stellenbosch University. Maties. Dankie baie julle.
Thank you, Elise. Moving along very swiftly, we'll jump into the next group, which is the Eastern Cape group. I will ask Andrew to join us together with Ntembu. You guys can play rock, paper, scissors of who is doing facilitating. I know it's a competition, eh? Who's going? Okay.
Okay, Tim was just folding up the groups. So we'll be drawing from bowl E, which is the Eastern Cape. We'll just fold those up before we begin. Okay, and I think we're ready to begin. Nsemba will be drawing the groups. So we'll have group D. We'll now draw from the bowl. From the Eastern Cape, we have WSU, Walter Sisulu University. We'll draw once more from the groups. And from group C, we will draw for group C from bowl E. And we have NMU, Nelson Mandela University. With two groups remaining, we'll draw from the groups again. And in group A, we'll draw from the Eastern Cape Bowl. UFH, University of Fort Hare, Eastern Cape. And the final group to be drawn. We have group B. And final team to be drawn from the Eastern Cape will be Rhodes. And that concludes the Eastern Cape.
Thank you. Would have been nice to have a live audience here to hear the cheers and the claps and and people laughing to my jokes, but now it's a bit tight in the room here. We have the final group, final bowl for our groups, and that is for Gauteng. The last two officials to administer that for us. I'll do a rotation on the moderator. And I'll also make sure that we have our last two representatives who will be from VUT as well as from TUT. Okay, they're pretty very far from each other in Gauteng, so they couldn't have arrange something in advance.
Balji, Gauteng, home of champions. I'm sure everybody is sitting on their toes there at home, wondering who's going to match with who. Very curious. The defending champions are looking at me, also wondering who's going to dethrone them. TUT is taking its time, They are trying to figure out how they're going to manage it this year. Final clutch, final pull. They're coming through this year. All right, we ready? Balji, first group. Group B. The team to be chosen. The defending champs, Wits University in Group B. Is this a good sign? First chosen? We'll see. Next group. Group A. And the team to be chosen in Group A. Oh, wow. UJ. Runner-up from last year. Is this a sign? We'll never know. UJ in Group A. Next group. Group C. Oh my, VUT. Third team to be chosen in Group C. Is this literally a sign? I've got a feeling this is a sign. Yes. And the last group, Group D. Let's see which team is going to make the fourth pick. University of Pretoria in Group D. It's getting heated in this room. It's getting heated. It's getting heated. Now we are all of us Gauteng teams always want to run away from playing each other in group rounds. So now let's see what is about to happen. TUT shaking. TUT shaking. He's losing alignment. He's not sure if he's supposed to be reading it out, folding it. All right, let's go back to the groups. And then Group C. Group C with VUT. Drum roll, please. Dun, 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 dun. Northwest University Val, our neighbors in Group C. And next group, Group D. TUT in Group D. So neighbors, it'll be Pretoria versus Pretoria at some point. Territory war. The last group, Group B. Last team to be placed in the groups. The newbies. Varsity College. Oh yeah. So we need to.
Yeah, that needs to go back into the draw.
So
Draw
the varsity.
the new group.
Yes. So
Oh, okay. So Group D has reached 7. So it can only be A left. So varsity college automatically will fall into Group A to make 6. So every team must have either 6 or 7. So the maximum is 7. So varsity college automatically falls under Group A. Newbies, good luck. So if you're sitting at home, I'm sure you're wondering which would be the group of death on the board. Please text in there, send some feedback. Let's hype it up. 4 months is far away. And let's get ready for USA.
I feel so sad for not paying to watch her administer the draw. Next time I'll pay. That was very exciting. Thank you, Sarah. We have reached the end of our draw for both the male as well as the female. These are our teams that we will see. If our cameraman can just highlight the teams that we've drawn. The key thing for us to remember is everybody needs to know that even though you are drawn into your pools, you still need to play your inter-university matches. And that will qualify you to solidify your position on the board as you see that. Like she is saying, we have time between now up until, that's about 5 months, 4 to 5 months for preparation up until December. And then we'll see who's the best. 2 things to note. This is the first time that we will be playing for 3 days in our group stages. That means the group B at the women will be playing 2 games on the first day, 2 games on the second day, and 2 games on the third day in our group stages, as well as group D for the men will be playing 2 games day 1, 2 games day 2, and 2 games day 3. Quarterfinals and semifinals will be on the 4th day, and then the finals as well as classifications will be on the final day. That will be our format for this year. So teams will have enough time. I don't know if it is enough time. We never have enough time, but at least they will have ample time to prepare and to strategize around the competition that's coming up in December. I would like to say thank you for everybody for joining us online. Thank you for everybody joining us on the Zoom call. And thank you very much for the representative coming out, for both technical officials, administrators, as well as our students for being our moderators. Also a nice thank you to our interns for doing such a nice job, for providing the admin support for us. I'm sure you guys have also learned a lot. You can put this in your intern report. Just ask your supervisor, Ma'am Sibu or myself will sign it off. I'll put some nice comments in there, don't worry. I'm done with my job for the day. I will hand over, or I will say thank you, not hand over, the wrong word. Say thank you to our chairperson. If one of the cameras can just go on to our chairperson there. This is the lady that is running and in charge of university basketball, is making all of this happen. So a big thank you to Ma'am Sibu for everything that you are doing. Appreciate that from the members. We can give Ma'am Sibu a round of applause. You are welcome, ma'am. I'll send you my invoice for putting you on the spot. Okay, and that is it for us. Thank you very much. We'll keep the draw on the board for the live stream, and also put some comments on, start the engagement. We'll also upload this to our YouTube channel where you can follow and like and share the channel. The more we grow our brand in university basketball, the more that benefits for the students and the institutions as a whole, because we know there's a lot that you guys put in to make sure that we get to this stage. Without you guys, we can't do this. Thank you very much.